welcome, welcome. I'm Anna, your medical secretary. Well, not your medical secretary, but I am a medical secretary. This month is the month of May, and it is Mental Health Month. So tonight I decided to pop on and have a little discussion, have a little check in. Where are you mentally? How are you doing mentally? Have you taken time for mental self health care? Um, Life is full. Documenting your life, documenting other people's lives, if you're a caregiver, if you have children, is a lot of work. And life comes very fast. However, we don't have to get caught up in the mayhem and the madness, and we don't have to be perfect. We really don't have to be perfect. Do you know that some of these mistakes that occur in our lives make us better for tomorrow? Do you know that some of these mishaps, these forgetful moments, may have saved you from disaster? And it may not feel like it, but it did. So, in this month of May, as we round it off, let's take a moment to take a pulse, to breathe a little bit, to reevaluate, not with a critical eye, but to reevaluate for peace. What did you do right this month? What did you implement in your life that brought you a little bit of peace? Is it reasonable and is it doable to add it to every month in your life? Maybe it may not be an everyday thing, once a week, once a month, but it's time to reflect. It's time to think about the things that are important and that have true value. Not everything is true value. Not everything is as important as we make it out to be. But when you take the time to think, to evaluate, to process, not with a critical eye, you will learn more. I find that taking time these days, whether it's to listen to a song, whether it's to read, whether not too much of it, scrolling a little bit, but scrolling for good things, things that are inspiring, can build a better mind, can build a peace. But I am a proponent, a firm proponent of constantly praying and looking to God for guidance. It doesn't seem so easy sometimes, and I will be the first one to tell you the struggle can be very real. But when we make a conscious effort to pay attention, to be present, to pay attention, to be present, we make better decisions. We rest better. When we are not looking to live life uh, as shoulda, couldas, wouldas, we do better. One of the models that I live by is, and it came by one day, and I'm glad I developed this philosophy, but it came by way one day when I was thinking about trips. I was married, nowhere near my husband being diagnosed with cancer, but I was married and we had an argument. I was beating myself up because he had to go to work and he worked in the evening and he worked as a bouncer at a nightclub in New York City. There were times where the fights were brutal and he would come home and, he's drained, a little cut, or his knuckles look all bruised. But I was beating myself up because I let him walk out the door without having a resolution. Uh, because I was a little stubborn and he was extremely stubborn, and that's the way I'm going to go with it. And I started having all these ideas, all of these things in my mind, and it was choking me. It was stifling me. It made me not be able to sleep. And at that point in time, I decided that I would no longer live life um, in the rear. So I came up with a philosophy. I'm sure other people have a way of looking at life, but I look at life like this. I do the things that I want to do today so that I don't have to say, I wish I did or I should have never had. So that if I wake up tomorrow and I'm left by myself, those are not the final thoughts. But I live for today with anticipation for tomorrow. That's how I live life. I live for today with anticipation for tomorrow. That means that I will do the things that I want to do. I will do the things that feel good to do, but I'm not going to be reckless with it. So that way, if I wake up tomorrow, I'm not all bruised and battered and I can't move. I don't want to be reckless, but I do want to live. And sometimes we stop ourselves from living a full life because of regrets, because of doubt, because we are so hard on ourselves that we miss out. So today, as we round out the month of May, live for today with anticipation for tomorrow. You don't know what tomorrow will bring. None of us do, but we are here and we are present and we can make a big difference in this world. It's not big actions that make a difference. It's action that makes the difference. It is love that makes the difference. If you are operating in life with a lot of regret, the burden is heavy. If you are living this life with a lot of unforgiveness, the burden is paralyzing. Notice I didn't say it was heavy. It's paralyzing. Life is meant to be lived. God didn't send us here to be stagnant, to be stifled, to be regretful. He gave us a chance to choose. Life is meant to live, but it's meant to be lived in love. When you are living a life of unforgiveness, you are paralyzing yourself. You're paralyzing your spirit, you're paralyzing your mind, and you're paralyzing your physical body. Because the act of unforgiveness is literally taking poison into your body. It stops a lot of things. If you are able to live, if you are able to laugh, you should. Things are bad, but they're never extremely bad that you cannot overcome. Look at your yesterdays and you will see you even in the midst of a storm, you had moments where you could laugh. And I will say that again. Even in the midst of a storm, you had moments you were able to laugh. Life is beautiful. Yes, we have what we consider to be our trials and tribulations, but life is beautiful. Um, so many moments of joy. And if we actually took the time to look at life, the life that we've lived so far, we would find that we had a lot more laughter than sadness. Yes, the sadness exists. Yes, moments in time happened where the memories are debilitating, but they didn't take you out. In this month of May, live mentally sound and carry it to the rest of your life. It's not an easy task. It's not easy at all, but we'll Take it one day at a time. Step one. Be willing to be present. Step two. When it's extremely hard, do not isolate yourself. Step three. There are people around you that care. It's not easy to ask for help, but you shouldn't be afraid to ask for help either. There are plenty of resources. There are plenty of hotlines out there to guide you. There are places that are willing to help. And therapy is a good place to start after you start praying. It should be in conjunction. One should not replace the other. But it's a beautiful thing when you are thriving mentally. But in order for you to thrive mentally, that spirit has to be strong. That spirit has to be healthy. It it sounds like, oh, you know, far fetched, I guess. But I can tell you, when I started building my spiritual self to be better, to be healthier, to be at peace, things were definitely different. Things were definitely better. Yes, I experienced what I consider to be my trials and tribulations, but it didn't last for very long. I find joy in my storms because it didn't take me out, and the lessons are so beautiful. And the things that I am able to accomplish out of the storm speaks volumes. So stop beating yourself up. Let go of unforgiveness. It's not healthy spiritually, it's not healthy mentally, and it's not healthy physically. Let go of unforgiveness. Live your days with laughter. Find one thing a day to smile at, to laugh at, and you will see a difference. And when you wake up in the morning, wake up in gratitude. Turn off the harsh alarms. If you have to go to bed earlier so you could wake up better, turn off those harsh alarms. Pick soothing alarms and redirect your brain so that when you are having to wake up in the morning, you are not waking up with a startle. You're waking up in peace. If you wake up more peacefully, you incorporate that throughout your day. These little tasks are wonderful. These little things seem minor, but they fix a multitude of things in your life. Your paperwork needs to get done. That's okay. One thing at a time. Follow the things that will help build you and let go. Let go of unforgiveness. I am a big proponent of forgiveness. I have seen what it has done. I love where it has taken me. I love the fact that it opened up my heart when I thought I couldn't love anymore. Let go of unforgiveness. Mental Health Month is almost over, but it doesn't mean you stop taking care of yourself mentally. Live the days that you are given with joy, even in the midst of the storm. You can't go wrong. Honestly, you can't go wrong if you are living with joy. So when you wake up tomorrow, when you wake up the day after, when you wake up in a month, when you wake up in a year, wake up with gratitude. So that way you can have peace and your mental health will be stronger. But start building yourself spiritually. Because once the spirit is strong, it's hard to break the mind and it's harder to break the body. Because you will be doing the things you need to do to maintain a holistic health. So, with that being said, I want to say thank you for stopping by. Thank you for joining me for this mental health note. And if you are seeking for unforgiveness, to let go of unforgiveness, I should say, start today. Start letting go. Start with the tiny things. Something that made you so angry that it took you 2 days to get over. Start there, and you will see a big difference in your life. Thank you for stopping by. My name is Anna, and I am a medical secretary. Thank you. Enjoy the rest of your day.